Whew. Hey, there must be Sonya Watts in the building. I know that's gotta be Sonya Watts in the building. One person in the building is normally Sonya Watts. She doesn't don't say nothing. What's going on? Miss Dee Dee. Oh, Miss Dee Dee in the building. Hey, Miss Dee Dee. What's going on? What's going on? Hmm? What's going on? What do it be? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You see, Miss Dee Dee was the first one in the building. Lisa Taylor, Freddie Johnson, Gloria Bates, lukewarm. Just woke up. How was your night? My night was good. My night was really good, you guys. Um, Let me go ahead and do this on Poco. Poco. Let me see. Poco be like, what the heck is going on with you, girl? So, get prepared for it. You guys, it's the 4th of July, and, you know how we do it. You know how we do it. Hey, Amari. Good morning to you. Happy 4th of July to you. And thank you for sending me the happy 4th of July. I just seen it. You guys understand. It says, please, these kinds of comments is normal commenting or encouraging viewers to interactive comments as usual. It's fine. Meaningful communication is the goal. Hey, Diane. Good morning to you. Valerie Montgomery, how are you? Somebody says Valerie Montgomery is in the building. Good morning, Valerie. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Say, Happy 4th of July to everybody. Miss Dee Dee, Lisa Taylor, Freddie Johnson, Gloria Bates, Lukewarm, Lisa, Valerie Montgomery, Amori Baxter, Hollywood, 2 times the extreme, Miss Dee Dee, Miss Amari. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We did a little something last night, so we was all good. Tony Jim is in the building for the first time. We got Amari with .5. We got Dee Dee with .1. You guys gonna get it sooner or later. You guys gonna get it. Me too, Amari. So, you guys, I put Cody's picture up there. I'm just, trying to make sure my stuff is working because, at one time you wasn't seeing thumbnails, and there's a reason why you wasn't seeing thumbnails because my phone wasn't letting me do it. So I'm moving everything to a different phone. So today that's what I'm gonna do. But I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys because, you know, when something occurs or happens and it may seems really bad, normally it is a bad thing. 6-figure days. All right, 6-figure days. How you doing? Good morning to you. And I am Cody, ready to hear your. Yeah, I have epiphany. I had an epiphany. Rosie, good morning. Good morning. Now we are going to continue to dissect the conversation that we had on Saturday because I'm going to go through it, and we're going to do that on Poco. Just letting you guys know. But as we've been going through the information so far, I'm letting everybody know on after hours what has taken place or what has been, observated, and is there anything, because that's it's kind of like after hours, but it's where The only reason why I like Poco, because we need hours, and plus not only that, because we always need 4 hours on Poco. But they don't filter out so much stuff. Like in the United States, they filter out so much stuff, so we can't show pictures and things. So we got to show pictures yesterday, and so now a lot of people understand what some of the information that was given to us on Friday, what the ladies, or the lady and ladies, I would say ladies because it was Sean and then Kay came in at the end. But basically at the end, I'm definitely not going to go over that because that is a lot of people and their feelings and stuff. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't have to dissect that. I get it. I understand. I heard it the first time. And I do understand where people do come from. But here's the thing. Um, the people that was on this show, I want to keep the respect. Me. I didn't say nobody else. But for me to keep the respect, I do believe that it was meaningful. Lisa said it was a lot of noise. Just say it. No, I'm not saying it was a lot of noise. It was a lot of noise, but it was a lot of information too. But it wasn't, like it was that bad. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, if you really go back over it, if some of the information you did not know, you know what you got to do. You got to eat the meat and spit out the bones. And so it was a lot of stuff that needed to be aired out. Yes. Yes. She said, baby, bye. Girl. See, people get mad because they want me to dig in to somebody. And the thing about it is, here's the thing. This is what you got to understand. Please listen to this, especially you, Lisa, because I want you to understand something. And I had all night to think about this. When we got off the live about 1 o'clock in the morning, because you was asleep, you was sleeping. We were talking to you, Lisa, and you was asleep, snoring and everything. Sound like a train and a tornado was coming through there. You was snoring. But anyway, I'm just playing. No, you wasn't. Pookie done entered the building. But once I went over it, I always come back and I say, I think about it and I say, Lord, okay. Was it worth it? It was very well worth it. Pookie said, Pookie said, it's a pinky in the house. Thank you for the pinky. Thank you. And thank you for the hashtag, baby Cody. Strong arm 2 times. Lisa fell asleep in her Frito bag. Yes, she did. Miss Dee Dee, tell her. She said, get your whole life. No, Lisa, you need to wake up. You fell asleep. And soon as we hit on the conversation with you, that's when you fell asleep. Okay? Because we're going through it, but you fell asleep. Anyway, here's the epiphany. Now, I can air out a lot of misconceptions. I can air out a lot of things that's questionable. But, like I said, normally I don't go back over things. I do want to go back over this live because it makes me think. And not every live makes me think when people are talking. Whether it's their opinion, whether it's something that they just believe, whether it's a spirit that has them speaking on whatever behalf of whatever they say, or whatever, whether you believe it or not. I think I like to hear people's opinion because if it's different than what I believe, I will take a look again at my information that I have and I weigh it in. Now, my epiphany that I had last night was I literally had forgot why I believe so hard of what I believe. But I started reading one of the articles where the police was saying that Corey was seen buying a car and he had one child with him. I can't remember what date it was. If anybody in the chat remember what day he went to go buy a car, please put it in the chat. I would like to keep that in my focus at all times, and everybody else, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be very important. I don't know if it was the December the 23rd or it was the January the whatever. But the day that he went to go buy the car, that he was gone for 6 hours. Thank you, Pookie, for the laugh. They said that he was seen with one child. I had heard at the beginning he was with Cody. But I think when the police went back, it was December the 21st. Okay, Miss Dee Dee said, wasn't it that around December the 21st? It could have been December the 21st, December the 23rd. Which one was it? 23rd, December the 23rd? December the 21st. I probably would have remembered that because that's when the California City boys came up missing. So I don't think it was December the 21st. It had to have been December the 23rd. I would have remembered because the California City boys came up missing December the 21st. And I correlate. That's how I remember stuff. I correlate them with something that's very special that day. No, you're fine. She said, oops. I just would have remembered that date if that was the date. Oneness is in the building. So I did take a picture of it, but to go get the picture, I would probably lose you guys in there. So I would know exactly when it was. But Hill is in the building. One is in the building. But it was in December. Yes, it was in December. One was in December and one was in January and December. Now, my epiphany is this. It's not nothing big or anything, you guys. But when the police is asking the public, did anybody see Cody, before or any time around these times, is because when they asked about these dates, Corey said, hey Cole, good morning to you. Corey said, they're trying to get Corey to tell them, where was your son? So on a receipt that was in the house, they got a Walmart receipt. So they go back to Walmart. This is why I tell you guys the information in the search is valid. Is because in that search, that's where you find the receipt at. Okay? At Walmart. Then in the search with the vehicle, that's where you find the receipt at. The search warrants come before the violating the rights. Everybody understand that? So that really is so far the only thing that I want everybody to understand, that the search warrant is valid completely, because you don't have to give somebody permission. When your kid come up missing, they get a search warrant right then and there. While they're talking to you, while they're taking you downtown, while you're trying to explain to them where you was and why you don't know where your child is at or something, they're getting that search warrant. They don't remember with Miss Cox. She said they can search. Remember, Trezell said we let them search whatever. They could search whatever. You know why he said they could search whatever? Because he knew they weren't gonna find nothing on that kid. They wasn't gonna have nothing in that house with that kid on it. Nothing. Nothing in the house was going to have them kids on it. Except the clothing and the bedding that they brought from the other house, right? Like if I take my bed over to your house and never step foot in your house, of course the dog's gonna smell your bed and say, yeah, SP was over here. I ain't never stepped foot in your house. But on that bed that you brought in there, you're gonna think, well, she must sleep here. But if the dogs can't pick up a scent outside of that, no, they already know. That's just the clothing and the bed from the old house, right? Pretty much the same thing that's happening here, you guys. And here's my epiphany. I already said it once. I'll say it again. You guys got to get it in your head. This is my opinion, but it's also my epiphany. And that is, once again, when the police asked Corey where you bought a car recently. So they wanted to know where's that old car at. So they went to the dealership. And they said, oh yeah, he came in here. We got cameras and stuff. They give us the film. They was like, okay, he's got a kid with him. So they come to him and say, okay, that's why the FBI was called in really early, because the kids, you okay? You seeing that Cody was with you? Okay. So they got one kid. He got one kid with him. So the police is asking Corey, where is your other children at? Corey do not want to implicate nobody else. So Corey says, I left them at home. And they say, with who? And he says, by themselves. Well, why would you do that? He says, because they're a handful. It's a lot of kids. There's a handful. Okay? He was gone for 6 hours. On the other occasion, he's at Walmart. He stops at Hardee's or something, and he's not rushing to get home. He sit down, eat his meal, get back on the highway. He's going down in the tunnel and everything, and he probably making more stops. But there's no kid. They say, hey, we see you at Walmart. Where's your children? Corey says, because he don't want to say, I took them over my sister's house. He don't want to say, I took them over my auntie's house. He don't want to say, my wife had them. He don't want to say, their mother had them. So he's making sure nobody is implicated in this. This is why I told you guys, I don't believe those kids was left at home by themselves. But to cover up and not implicate anybody else, he thought, I'll take the lesser charge and just say, I left them at home by myself. I didn't know to get a babysitter. I never thought about getting a babysitter. But trust and believe, somebody else knows the secret that there was only but 3 children. You guys following me? And it's been 3 children for a while. You guys think what I'm saying is right? This is why a lot of people get mad at Corey, but this is why the family is throwing this big, distraught feeling, because he's taking all the pain, all the crime, all the responsibility. He don't want his wife involved. He don't want his girlfriend involved. He don't want his sister involved. He don't want his aunt. He did not leave. I'm just saying, you guys, I know that's going against what the police is saying, but the police is saying, look here, since you want to say that you left these kids by themselves and not tell us where this baby is, guess what? Then we're going to charge you for leaving these kids by themselves. Because you're acting like you could tell this little bitty lie and then you're going to get out. You're going to get to just go home, and then that's the end of the day. That's the end of the day. No. He didn't leave them kids by himself. It's just whoever he left those kids with when he went to go buy a car for 6 hours and go to Walmart, he don't want. So that tells me his sister Mike knows. So I think the police need to look at where was his sister at on that day, on the day that he, because now you can not only get him for that, you can get him for lying. Lying to federal police, which is the bigger charge? Leaving the kids at home. We don't want it. We don't want to charge him with lying. We want to get him for telling us that he left the kids at home, so we're going to charge him for him leaving them, saying that he left those kids at home by themselves. Right? Okay? So he didn't leave them kids at home by themselves. So not only that, oh, he think he's going to get a little charge because he got Amina Matheny Willard. So we're going to get him, since he wants to leave the kids at home, there's other charges we can throw at him. And that is, that would be disregard to human life. Oh, trust and believe, there's other charges we can throw at him too. There's other charges we could throw at him too when it comes down to children. Because Antoine Bell said there's going to be more charges. Well, guess what? There's more charges. I think we will never find out what happened to Cody. We will never find out what happened to Cody. Because it's kind of like, we will find out if somebody has, you know, they feel convicted. They can, the abandonment is in the child neglect and in the disregard to life. I read to you guys, you're right, Sonia Watts. Abandonment is in the disregard to life. That is pretty much what disregard to life is. I left the kids at home. Even though I'm saying that I don't believe he left the kids at home, you're not telling us who watched the kids while you did what you did. Because, see, if you tell us your sister watched the kids while you were buying a car, now she's going to have to answer the question, was baby Cody there? And what did he look like? And if he wasn't there, why you lied to us? So he don't know what nobody else gonna say, because they can break down. Because you know, when you're in front of the police and FBI, it's a whole different ball game. If you ever had to go down and talk to the FBI, other than just a detective, which is just a police detective, it's a whole different ball game, you guys. And yes, I have had to do that once in my life. And let me tell you something. They can squeeze orange juice out of a lemon. If they want you, they gonna get you. They can squeeze orange juice out of a lemon. It make you say some stuff because you either don't say anything, but why those 2 dates? S-figure days. It's not those 2 dates. You're looking at the dates. Those are the dates that they can calculate he had left the house. He didn't come up and say, hey, on December the 23rd, I done this and I done that. No, they had to figure out those dates. You get what I'm saying? They had to figure out those dates. He didn't come volunteering information saying, hey, on this day I went to Walmart. They done found a receipt in the house with the search warrant that says that he was at Walmart. They went and checked the video and see him at Walmart, but he don't have kids. They went because he got a new car, checked the registration, and see he just bought this car and went there and found out, guess what? Where's the kids? So when they asked him, she says, oh, I thought he confessed it to those dates. No, he didn't confess to those dates. He did not confess to those dates. The article actually read, I thought this already and already put this out there as my opinion. But last night when we were dissecting, I read it. It's in an article that when he was asked about those dates, where was the children at? That's when he said, I just left them at home. He didn't pick out those dates and said, "See, y'all can go check this and y'all go." No, he didn't confess anything. When they asked about those dates, that's when he said, because they said, "Where was you at?" And he was like, "I was." So when the FBI comes in, 2 hours in to Cody being reported missing, they pull that up stuff real quick because they have to get in there and then start asking those questions. When they asked those questions, when he took the polygraph test, then they got to fight, arguing. I not say fight, but arguing, you know. Lisa Calhoun, I misunderstood. No, I didn't even. Let me see what you said, Lisa Calhoun. SP, Corey only confessed it to 2 dates, but how many times did he leave? He didn't confess to those dates. He said he didn't confess. What he did was he answered the question. The question was, on this date that we have you going to Walmart, you're by yourself. Where are the children? And he says, because he got to answer the question, because I mean he's still not under the he still have not asked for an attorney yet. And when he answered the question, he says, "I left them at home." Oh yeah, hold on, I gotta answer this. Hold on. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to turn that off because I got some business I gotta do. Everybody gets tired of those four walls sooner or later. Yeah. Lisa Calhoun said, "I misunderstood." Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, Lisa Calhoun, you're fine. A lot of people thought he was like, "I did this, I did that," or, he tried to swingle his way out. No, when they asked him the questions about those dates, because when the FBI came in, they was like, they shifting, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. There's other dates coming up, so there's gonna be more charges. I guarantee you. I don't think that they present them now because, like, they present what they got. But if they act like they don't have it, or they get it later, or don't tell me if you got something now. Like, oh, there's more dates. Don't tell me about the more dates now. Wait till we go to court. Because when they go to court, they're going to have more dates. What you're talking about, they're going to have more dates. Because I'm pretty sure there was a bill needed to be paid. How did he pay it? Somebody done said he done came over the house. Okay, they're going to ask him, where's the kids? You went over to your cousin's house on this particular day back in April or like September. Where's your kids at? Corey, where's your kids at? You didn't have them with you? Not only that, Corey, you went over here on Thanksgiving Day. Where's your kids? Where's your kids? You only had one, or you had two. None of them was Cody. Okay, on the 4th of July, you did this. Because now they can't ask him no more questions, they're going to have to wait to go to court. So some people was asking, I can't believe no one have him on a ring camera over there. Did he? They do. They do. They have him on a ring camera leaving. And so that's what I'm saying. So I guarantee you that there's going to be more charges coming. Because if they see him leaving that house on anybody's ring camera, on any, like you crossing the light, you're in your vehicle. You in your vehicle. Okay? Where's the kids? Where's the kids? They're going to follow that vehicle to wherever it stopped at. And then they're going to ask the people. See, what he's trying to do is cover the whole entire family. He don't want nobody to have to answer any questions. He better say something. But the alleged info about pipes make everything different. No, it does not. Someone brought up the high number of missing children in that area. The alleged info about pipes make everything different. No, it does not. It don't make difference. And six figures, I'm going to tell you this right now. They're not the only one that I heard about. There was blood in the house. I don't know about the pipes, but one of our family members, I'm going to tell you right now, one of our family members, and if you was on Poco yesterday, you guys heard her say, I was trying to let everybody hear something else that was presented to me at the particular time that it presented to me. But nevertheless, the story changes a little bit. The story changed a little bit. I'm cool with that because it just do. Okay? But the person did say that they were told that the child was, you know, probably deceased. And there was blood in the house, some kind of way. That's what was told to me. That's what was told to me. And we was on Poco last night. And I called her up. And that's what she said also. But there was more to it, but I don't know. You know, that's why people ask people questions as soon as it happens, because when you let months and months pass by, the story changes. The story changes. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, so a lot of the recorded conversations that I had, I'm not going to let nobody listen to them. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. It's not because I'm hiding anything. The reason why is because it's not for, like, what are we going to get out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can expose somebody of what you said and now what you're saying, but why would I do that? It's not going to bring Cody. It's no evidence of anything that's going to help anybody make a sound decision. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to keep, and that's my epiphany, we got to keep the focus on Cody. You guys understand what I'm saying? Dee Dee says you was kind of shocked at her answer. What answer was that, Dee Dee? It's not for the public. Exactly. It's not for the public. Exactly. You guys got it. You guys got it. Now I can sit back and say, well, you didn't say this and I said this. But if it ever come down to somebody calling me a liar or something, and you know, and I challenge what was said, then I will pull that card. But I don't have to pull the card to prove what I'm saying. You either believe it or you don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I tell everybody, when you made that phone call about the chief, well, because, Dee Dee, because of what I remember how the conversation went. Now, don't get it twisted. I stand on what I say, but I'm not going to argue with somebody about something that, you know, like lose a good friendship. So, you know what I'm saying? Lordy the goat is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people may say what they heard, or they may not remember what they said, but it got my attention, or I may got something wrong or whatever. But to argue with someone, it would just cause people to shut down and never, never, never want to help or speak to you again and things. So I just, it ain't gonna help. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I thought I heard the same thing on one of your lives. Exactly. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. So you guys understand what I'm saying? So, um, Lisa says, I'm not cooking this year. So I was surprised that all the information that I heard at the first time wasn't there. But I can still respect that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give nobody heartaches I'm just not going to do it. When you really get to know me, you'll see. Argue about what? You know what I'm saying? Argue about what? No, we're not going to argue about it. And as far as a conversation go, we both don't have to agree that the conversation is over. I'm done. When I'm done, I'm done. There's no agreement with it. When I'm done, I'm done. I just block, turn off the lights, cut off my phone, go to bed. Nobody can argue with me. I don't argue with nobody else, but nothing gets done either. You know what I'm saying? So we do have to look at things in a more mature way, like saying, okay, that's not what I heard, but okay. You know what I'm saying? People's not going to remember everything, and that included me. You know what I'm saying? But just like when you hear something, you heard what you heard, you know? That's why it's always good to have, most of the time, a lot of my calls are recorded. But when I'm talking to a friend of mine and we're just chatting or something, I'm not recording that conversation. For what? You know what I'm saying? I'm not recording that conversation. I don't feel like I should have to. But I do know sometimes people want their information to be very important and get my attention, and they may add a little something, or they may speak it in a way where I perceive it a way or something. I don't know. But that's all I can say. And like I tell you guys, I'll never back down on what I say, whether I got evidence or not. I'm for what? I can just turn this, go to say nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing to nobody. I want everybody to get the information because, and here's the thing, them young ladies down there, take it in consideration. Like they're doing the best that they can, but I have reserved feelings about them too, and I just do, and that's just my opinion. You know, but it's possible they can think and feel the way that they think and feel. If I had to give information to them and see where it go, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it because I just would not. And you guys already know the reason. It's not because I don't like somebody. It's because of two incidents. Well, actually, three incidents. And I'll tell you what those three incidents are. You guys already know what the incidents are. The first incident is, it's more than three. So I don't know how many chances people get, but if you know what I'm saying. So the first incident is that nobody wanted to support the young lady that wanted to put Cody's picture out there. So that makes me wonder what's going on. Then when it was presented, it was like, well, you did this, you did that, your eyes rolled or whatever. I'm like, hey, hold on. I didn't even know I did anything, but okay. It was like a deflecting. Then someone in that one group was saying that the detective told them to follow the family. And then when people got on camera, they were saying poor Corey. So I lost a lot of my confidence in the people down there. And that's just me. You guys understand what I'm saying? And once you lose my confidence, then, oh, I mean, there's more. There's more. But it's just little bitty stuff. It's just little bitty stuff. Like they can't get over the pain of what this person and this person done or does or do or whatever, and where's everybody else. And it's like, how many times we got to say, okay, you did a good job or whatever. Like, no, I don't want to do that all day. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, I get what they're saying. It's like people are getting on them or whatever, but I mean, sometimes you get what you put out, you know? So little things turn into big things, you know? So you may not understand why people are not believing you, but they're looking at you because this child, like I said from day one, got nothing to do with none of the searchers and what they done found and when they go out and who they were with. I said from day one, I don't believe that that jacket is Cody's jacket, period, point blank. And if it is, somebody put it there. That's all I said. I didn't say the searcher put it there. It could have been family member put it there. It could have been the sister put it there. It could have been put there before. It could have, I just, when I'm looking at all of this stuff, that is just coincidence that you didn't know this and you didn't know that and you did this wrong and you thinking this and then you're wondering, you're sitting there saying to me, and then we found out, like, I didn't know that one of the searchers was out there with the family. So somebody had to come and point them out and say, you were out there with the family. You was out there with Corey's sister and the family, in the marsh, or whatever the marsh is. And now you're explaining yourself. But then when you're talking to us and telling us the reason why you thought that they were going to have a change of venue is because what people are telling you. What people? What people are you telling you this? The people that you're hanging with? Do you not know how dangerous it is when a child comes up missing and you're with the family? Do you know you don't know how much you are in? You sitting there talking about the woods, you're in danger. Everybody want a story. Everybody want the story. They're not going to tell you. You cannot make friends with the devil. You cannot be in agreement with what he's saying. And if they will take out a child, what are you doing by yourself searching with the family? Make it make sense. I know Dee Dee never did get the answer. Matter of fact, it was like 2. Of course it might be 2. It could be 2 or something or somebody else. But it made it seem like it was 2, like one was Cody's. And so they can come back and say, no, 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 that's not what I said. I didn't say that. I didn't say it was Cody's DNA. I said there was 2 specific DNAs on there. Of course it's going to be 2. Somebody sold the jacket and somebody bought the jacket. Of course it's going to be 2. Whether you know that to be a fact or not, it's going to be 2. Somebody made the jacket and somebody sold the jacket. Somebody wore the jacket. Somebody picked the jacket up. Somebody put the jacket down. Somebody had to wear the jacket and somebody had to buy the jacket or bring the jacket home. But I guarantee you, nobody wants to say for definitely because we don't know. Let's be honest with each other. We don't know. And it's okay to have your spirit ram speaking on the behalf of what you believe and put it out there. It's okay. But when you're trying to hide it and people's trying to figure out where you get this information, why would you just try to hide something that is just so good and so special? You know what I'm saying? I know it's not for everybody, but um I know that. I know that. But and it comes all different ways, you guys. And I'm not discrediting nobody's spirit. That I'm not gonna do. I don't know. But I can tell you um one thing about the spiritual world that I have dealt with. And that's all. Cole's hashtag Cody has brought in a first time viewer. All right, Cole, go with your bad self. Thank you, Cole, for the hashtag. And Singing King is in the building with the hashtag Cody. All right. And I'm not understanding how blood get on the outside of the pipes. Are we talking about the pipes underneath the sink? Because those are outside pipes. Because my pipes underneath my sinks, you can see them. They're not covered with anything. But if you wash away the inside and maybe, you had a leak or something, or maybe the child, something happened. Maybe you hid the child you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows? I didn't know nothing about the pipes. I knew about something, some blood or something being in the house. When the LE said Cody was not considered missing, I knew something was up, because if he's not missing, what is he? Exactly. I knew. Exactly. So, yeah. Anyway, I just want you guys to understand. Let's go forward. Let's go forward. Let's not be, when people do what they do, and we don't know why they do, but you got to understand, just like when you call the police and you start telling them about the crystal ball and the cards or something. Matter of fact, that detective told me when I called him, and he was, because I had left him a message, and I said, I got some information I want to share with you. I don't know if you got it or not, but give me a call back at 316-553-3056. This is SP. He calls me, and I said, hello, and he's like, this is Detective such and such. I can't even remember what his name was. And I was like, hey, this is SP. And he was like, oh, is this the SP on YouTube? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. I said, I'm pretty sure you know all my information. You checked it out before you called. You know my phone number. You can find out anything. I'm not in Virginia. I'm right here in Kansas, you know. And I told him, I'm a pediatric nurse, and this is what I've been doing for the last 15, 20 years. And I worked in aircraft. I am, security clearance and everything. Because I am. That's why I tell people, don't come for me. Just don't. But you're not going to find anything, because I haven't done anything. And before I come tell you a lie, before I lie, argue with you, or just have to deal with you and I don't want to, I just hit the X button and just go on about my business for today. Because it's not going to do no bit of good for nobody. But in order for us not only to understand, but keep Cody's name out there, we gotta we gotta not argue. The chief also said he never left the home too. Oh really? Brenda, send me that. What about the tall, slender built person supposedly leaving carrying a child body? I've never heard of any of that, Dee Dee. I never heard of anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. We can reject a lot of stuff, but you can't reject it all, because we don't know. And you know why people don't come up and say, I know this and I know that, and I seen this, or I heard that, or this is where that is, because we get to start rejecting it, and we get in our feelings, and you guys know, most of the stuff that you find or some is usually on Facebook, or it's on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, or you heard it through the grapevine or something, and you're not going to have no kind of evidence or receipts, you know? And when you can have some receipts on something, that's a big thing. So we can ask all day, okay, where's your receipts at? Oh, I can't give it to you. Or it's a part of that big group called LE. I mean, you know. Hey, Robert, what's going on, Robert? Ain't in our feelings, but you can't insult our intelligence either. Exactly. I understand what you're saying, Lisa. So ain't no basketball player carrying a sleeping baby either. Well, I think you asked the question, and the question was, what month had this had taken place? And the person had answered and said, I don't know. That's an open question. They don't know. Was it even said? We don't know. Is it going to come out later on? We don't know. But I guarantee you, if we hear it back, we're going to remember Lisa. Lisa asked the question. She didn't have the answer. But when they go to court, and if somebody come up and somebody say, hey, there's this big black guy with a bald head standing 6'2", carrying a baby out, and we were all around the parking lot talking about it. She said, where's the video? I ain't seen it. I don't know. But just because we don't know or heard about it, I don't know. Have anybody else heard about it? Tell me if anybody's in this chat that had heard about it. Let me know. Because I hadn't heard about that. But like I said, are you asking me? So L.E., are you asking me or are you being sarcastic, Miss Lisa? I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you nothing. You could ask me 50 million questions about, do the LE knows it? Do the LE has the information? Did they talk to one person, individual? My answer is, I don't know nothing about that at all. DD. And just because we haven't heard about it doesn't mean it hasn't happened or it did happen or didn't happen. Because when you have people on the ground, they don't tell everything. Ashley was co-signing it, so maybe when she comes back, we can remember to ask her, well, who is Ashley? Because let me tell you something about Ashley. There's an Ashley on Facebook that got into it with somebody, and they were on the Corey side. So, of course, if, somebody's for that Corey side, for the videos, that they want this stuff to be a part of a problem, because once you get a problem and everybody's believing it, here's what happens. Here's what happened, and I'm getting ready to get off of here. And I've said this before. This is why I don't believe the jacket is Cody's jacket. Because if I believe that that's Cody's jacket, then I'm going to start believing that Cody walked out that house. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's somebody's hidden agenda that they want us to believe that, or, a searcher want us to believe that, or a family member put the jacket out there want us to believe that. It could be Cody's jacket, but I know Cody didn't take it out and put it there and walk out. The father didn't say nothing about no blue jacket. He said the last time he seen Cody, he had on a black bomber jacket. And what I was told from Shauna Blue is one of the kids, when they got to the police station, they had on that black bomber's jacket. Now, when it comes to twins and kids of almost the same age, they do buy 2 or 3 of the same kind, because they do want them all to look like they all twins. And is that, do you got 4 boys and they all the same age? And is that, they're like, no, he's 5, he's 4, and he's 3, and he's 2, or whatever. The jacket could have been planted there, yeah. And I'm not, and you're right, Gloria, it could have been planted there. But it don't have to be planted there by the searcher. Now, I'm not taking out the searcher as the equation, because they get disturbed when you say it could be, but it could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody. I don't exclude the searcher because it's, you're crying or you're mad or it looks bad. It could be anybody. It could be the searcher. It could be the wife. It could be the girlfriend, the baby mama. It could be the neighbor. It could be the big basketball player that carry kids out in the middle of the night. It can be Shaq O'Neal. I don't know. It could be the cousin. It could be anybody. And maybe when they seen somebody carrying that baby out the house or something, maybe it was Corey that was carrying the baby out the house. Didi says not Shaq. I know. I love Shaq. How do we know June, July, Lisa? See how this makes no sense. If the baby came up missing in June or July, there's a year ago, why would a jacket be in the woods? The jacket wasn't in the woods. Okay, the jacket was not in the woods, first of all. But if you go to the park right now, if I go to a park in my area, we're going to find cute stuff. We're going to find a shoe. We're going to find baby cup. We're going to find baby diapers. We don't know how long they've been out there. You're going to find a jacket over here and things of that nature, you know. Who knows? Kids, every time when you go to a playground, you find stuff. Every time. And it don't have to even be that kid's. It could have been a jacket, and it don't even have to be that kid's jacket. When I asked her specifically, was it Cody's DNA on there? She did not answer. She did not answer. I don't even think she wanted to answer it. I asked her again. She did not answer. She said, all I'm going to say, it was two DNAs. Well, one thing I'm going to say is, okay, how would you get that answer? She wouldn't get the answer. So if she would have answered it, I would have been very disappointed. Because if it was his DNA on there and they told her that, they can check all day long. Is it the baby's DNA on there? They're not going to tell them. I don't care if you found it, if you made it, if you sold it to the person. They're not going to tell nobody. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, like I said, when we get into the point of just wanting to expose a person because things didn't add up in our thought, take what they say, you guys. Take what they say. Don't take it for it's the gospel. Take what they say, and when things don't click and add up, then you say, okay, you'll know how to analyze this stuff later on. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes if we listen, the only bad thing about listening is usually when you hear information, it almost becomes the gospel to you guys. I'm just being honest. And you be, oh, SP, not me. Not me. But yeah, I see it all the time. Be like, I heard this. Y'all take it and run and go somewhere else and tell somebody else. And then it start spewing in the social media streets. Oh, yeah, I heard it over there at SP. I heard it over there at SP. And then everybody over here, SP, you lying. You be making up stuff and all this stuff. See, that's why people think they can come for me. That's why they come over here and they think they can come for me. You know what I'm saying? But if I rip them a big hole, then it's like, oh my God. No, don't do that. You know? I'm a very nice person. I am. And I don't even like to expose anybody if I don't need to. Because what am I going to get out of it? I don't even want you to lie. Sometimes I don't ask people questions because especially like if I know the truth or something, and like if my son took my money and I told him to go to the store and then he come back and he don't give me the receipt and I say, and I see he got a big old bowl of popcorn over there and he ain't had no money all day, but he tell me he lost my money or something, and I'll be like, son, where's my money? And he's rattling out, and then I find the receipt, and he done bought the popcorn with my money. It came out the $20 I gave him, but he talking about okay, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit, when I know that you're lying, if I know that you're lying, I'm not going to sit there and make you lie more and more and more trying to cover up. Because once you tell a lie, in order to cover it up, you got to remember that lie, and then you got to add a lie to it to make it make sense, especially when I'm asking you a question. And this is one thing that I had this sister-in-law. I was engaged to this Puerto Rican guy. And she told me, she said, SP, you know what you always do. And I said, what? She says, you ask too many direct questions. And that's why you and my fiance get into it. Because you ask a direct question. And when they're trying to go away from it and they don't want to lie to you, you come back with almost the same question, and then you'll sit there. But you don't want to talk about nothing else. And they can talk about the birds, the bees, and how many, crocodile tears there was, and who skated on the left side of the skating rink. Then you'll come back and say, okay, hold on. Now, who was in your car with you on June the 22nd? Because that's what I need to know. Tell me that. And then they'd be like, dang, because I asked it a direct question. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking a direct question. Matter of fact, when I ask it, I pause. And then I go, okay, let me ask you this question. Whose DNA? Was Cody's DNA on the jacket? And I think they feel me waiting for that response. Because guess what? We're going to learn when court comes is his DNA is on the jacket. So if they say, yeah, Cody's DNA was on the jacket. So when court comes and they say, no, they're not even going to bring up the jacket because it's irrelevant. Because it's not Cody's. You know why it's not Cody? Cody been gone. Cody been gone. And for the FBI not to find the jacket, why nobody else, the police not find the jacket, jacket just left out there, I don't know. Somebody could have put the jacket out there, okay, and we don't know. So even if it is Cody jacket and somebody put it out there, we need answers. SSR says we need answers. Exactly, we do. Okay, Lisa T has brought a first-time viewer in. All right. Hashtag we need answers. Brought in a first-time viewer. SSR. All right. Lisa T, go on with your bad self. That jacket was planned, done by his family. Yeah, it was a week later, and now here pops up a jacket. Oh, I found a jacket. I'm not saying Kay did anything. I don't know. I'm not saying she did. I'm not saying she didn't. Because everybody's questionable down there in Virginia, down there. And they just are to me. That's to me. I've dealt with them on a one-on-one basis. And I just, like I told you guys, I mean, you only get so many chances, and I don't hate nobody. I ain't angry with nobody. But when it comes down to trusting what a person say, I take it with like a grain of salt. You tell me something, I'll weigh it in. I'll try to fit it in the box with what you're saying. I really do try to fit it in. But if I don't see it fit in, I just don't see it fit in. I don't think nothing bad of you or good of you. But when you have crossed that line a couple of times, and I see it or I believe it or something, it's just, it is what it is. And I don't think nobody's done anything intentionally. I'm just saying, you could make bad decisions and think, oh yeah, I just don't want him to change but you know what? You hurt the momentum that the case was going. You know what I'm saying? You hurt the momentum of the case that was going. Like if you got people, you got them excited. We're putting out work. We're putting out, hey, y'all, make sure you guys remember, buy some jackets, buy a shirt, go out there, and we're posting it up there. Remember, calling the news station, having them get ready so they could ask questions and see you. And because you been out there in the marsh with the family or spoken to the family, and you're scared that the venue, to change the venue, you're not gonna get no inside information. Oh my goodness. All these clouds. Well, I don't know. But did she say that 2 jackets? Yeah, there was 2 jackets found. That's what I heard. And Ellie threw out, and the other one was kept. That's what I heard. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, SP, it was live when it was found." That's still, this, you still not gonna make me believe it. Okay, come on now, come on. Hmm. Because when you start making me believe that, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You're gonna take the benefit of the doubt and you're gonna run with it, and everybody's gonna run with it like I believe in that. When I'm telling you, I don't believe that. I've said it more than one time. I don't believe it whatsoever at all. I just don't. And that's not going to change. And if it is, and if I'm wrong and it is his jacket, I want to know who put it there. I'm just being honest with you. It's really simple. I don't waver like the wind. I'm not indecisive like people. When I've got a bone, I keep the bone. I already ate the meat, but I keep the bone. I keep it, and I wait for the next bone and the next bone. And what I'm going to share with you guys Tuesday is some information that I had, which was a bone. People didn't believe anything. My phone is going dead, so I'm gonna end on Poco, but I'm gonna stay over here on YouTube for a minute. But I guarantee you, they did go back and get that information, and now But I'm gonna show you how things can be misinterpreted. Hey, Miss Jamie, how you doing? Okay, because my phone's in it. I don't want it to go. So I'm finna head on over here to YouTube for a minute. There's 24 in the chat. Come on over there and rock it with us. So you guys, let me end this. There's some people that didn't want to be seen. So you guys will see them come in a minute. Yeah, you will. You'll see them. It was like about 15 people over that had I didn't even know who they was over there. You know what I mean? I let you tell me what you like. All right, all right. Anyway, Miss Dee Dee says, I'm back with your family. All right. Amari says, hey, so, SSP. So, yeah, let me get this on there. Because I can get some work done. I can get some work done today. Okay. So you guys are understanding what I'm saying? We're 1 hour in the live over here. I should have just ended the whole thing. So I'm glad that, we're just over there on Poco and we dissecting it. And it just, there's nothing that I'm going to share over here on YouTube. I'm just not. I don't think it's professional. So I'm just not. Because it would make people feel some kind of way to be public, dissecting every word and every emotion and things of that nature and stuff. And we were having a conversation, grown folks conversation, and either you accepted it or you didn't accept it. But at the end of the day, did it help? Did it bring any more information or give you a little bit of closure of what happened and what is going to take place? If that jacket comes into play, it will be during the trial of the missing deceased baby. Yeah. She had great motivational speeches through, and I enjoy hearing what the streets were saying. Right, exactly. Yeah. And like I said, some of that stuff we did not hear, and I don't think somebody just make it up, but I don't know. I didn't hear about that. I did hear, but when I heard, no, we always suspected, and that was just what I'm saying. We always suspected that he had a girlfriend or somebody else, and but trainee, I don't know. I mean, I said trainee because it was installed in my thinking when we first spoke, but it's not like like old to me. That was a conversation we had before, so I just wanted to clear that up. But other than that, a lot of that stuff is what the streets or what other people or whatever. I don't know where they got the information from. I don't know. I have no clue. But is it going to bring us closer to Cody? It's just something that you can put in your thinking process or not. You can either accept it or not accept it, or and just wait and see what happens. And yeah, by the time we find out and see what happens, that person's gonna be long and gone, and they just minding their own business. You know what I'm saying? But I know some people gonna be in their feelings and emotions and everything. But I mean, if it helped, it helped. Only way I can tell you it helped me. It helped me go back and look at one particular part, and that's what I was telling you guys. That now I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to share it with you Tuesday. And you know what my nuggets are about, you guys. When I share it with you Tuesday, you're going to be like, oh, SP, I thought you was going to have this. I thought you was going to have a gold ring. I thought you was going to have this big old Bunyan cube or whatever. It's going to be, it's just when something came together and now it's starting to manifest. And when it manifests, the police do have to look at what I just said. You know what I'm saying? It manifests itself into existence. Okay, I'll give you a little hint. I told the police something, and they was like, you know what I'm saying? And, oh, and how you know this, and this, that, and the other. And I told them, and they was like, okay, all right, thank you. I mean, they took down the information. They were a little bit kind of like, okay. But they wasn't like, ooh, yeah, okay, thank you. We're going to check, da, 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 da. They were kind of just like, So the second time when I called, so I kind of felt like, okay, he was very interested, but never did hear anything, which I'm not going to hear anything. I can give him the whole entire case. He's still not going to say, SP, good going, way to go. We got something now. They're not going to do that. So it do make you feel some kind of way when you give them information and then they take all the credit. That's what Kay was talking about. Kay was like, Kay and Amber does this, and Kay and Amber does that, and Kay and Amber does this, and Kay. You don't get no credit. That's the part of the game. You're not the police. You can't arrest nobody. You can't do no searches. You give the information to the authorities that you're supposed to and go sit down. And who cares what Kay and Amber is about? You know what I'm saying? It's not about Kay and Amber. And and I don't know what else all you done did, Kay and Amber, other than find a jacket. What else did Kay and Amber do? Because I don't know of it. And like I said, it's a jacket that I think got no irrelevance to the case. None. So what else did Kay and Amber do? Tell me. I'm just saying. I'm not downing the girls. I'm just saying you want to be recognized for what you've done. You may be recognized because you put your time and effort into it. Because I don't see the results of what you've done. Did you find the child? Did you find what killed the baby? Did you find someone to confess? Did you find a camera that has anybody on it? Did you find any evidence, solid evidence that they can use? People talking about, well, a jacket. I don't believe that. I don't believe the jacket is a part of the equation. I just don't. And that's just my opinion. She found that. But you see what I'm saying? She made us aware of you rolling your eyes, yeah. Yeah. You'll never forget it, will you, Lisa? Cause see, and that's something. You'll never forget it. You guys will never let me forget that somebody came on the channel and was like, they got a problem with me. And the problem is, you was rolling your eyes. You guys are not going to let me forget it. Okay, if you hear your tip on the news or read it, that's the most thanks you will get. Sometimes Ellie says, with the help of the public. Exactly. 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 You don't never just, like if you literally found the baby or you found what happened or got somebody to confess or something, they would be like, oh yeah. But getting that close to a case, you're putting yourself in jeopardy. These girls don't have husbands with them, hanging, you know what I'm saying? In these places with them. They're literally walking in the marsh with the family. I can't. Come on. You found a jacket in an apartment complex within all those kids, but you only find Cody's jacket, supposedly. You know? And if it was Cody's jacket, you guys, which, like I say, if it was, the police is thinking just like I'm thinking. If it is, somebody put it there. They're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Because if this baby, like Lisa said, was gone in June and July, why would his jacket still be out there in on the playground or by the house? Why? Nobody pick it up, throw it away. Nobody go, what, they don't clean up their area where they live at? Everybody just leave clothes outside, underneath leaves and whatever. Nobody cleans up. You found that shouldn't be your motive on any case. Yeah. And I think it's really hard for her to understand that nobody's knocking her. And I think people are tired of saying, hey, we're not knocking you, Kay. We're not knocking you. You're just a little bit emotional because you're feeling like you're doing so much and you're not appreciated. You appreciate it. Trust and believe you appreciate it because there's, like, I can't come down there and just go look. But I do believe that with them making a lot of mistakes, following the family and crying about who this person is and that person is and what they did and what they didn't do and who got pneumonia and who's got the flu and I couldn't do this and where's everybody at when you ain't said nothing. You didn't say, hey, SP, you know what? You know what? I'm sick and tired of this or such and such. I really got a really good lead or something. Um, you say you're really, really interested in this case. Well, you know what? Why don't you do come down here? And I've got somebody that will talk to you and probably tell you something. You know what? I'll be on the first thing spoken. I would call the person up, and if they say, well, I ain't going to talk to you unless you come down here. Because I'll be like, I'm on my way. But to go walk in the woods, I'd rather come there and walk in front of the city building while Corey is having court. That's what I'd rather do. Not going to find nothing in no woods. And if you thought the child was incinerated, why are you in the woods and in the marsh? Why are you? So like, I don't know about no shoes or anything of that nature, you guys. I don't know. I heard about some shoes on some porch and somebody threw it away. I'm not saying that's a lot. I heard that from day one. I appreciate the women that did any and everything, but I won't keep saying it every day. You guys understand what I'm saying? This is my last time saying I appreciate them. I'm not going to say it no more. If that's not enough, then I don't know what to tell you. Just because they took out their time, their hard-earned money, and drove around or asked questions or tried to make a difference. Other than that, that's all I can say. I can't say that, okay, it helped, But it definitely, I can say, if you didn't go out there and protest and put that baby's picture out there when we needed that, I can't say that helped either. So, it's just even. It's even. And then people say, well, I've already said I'm sorry. I'm going to have to hear that all the time. No, you don't. You don't have to hear it. I don't want to talk about how this person feels again. I just don't. Because when we're all looking for these kids and we don't get a thank you, we all feel the same way. When we get slammed underneath the bus and cussed out and called a thief and a liar, which I have been called many a times, oh, baby, I know how you feel. But you have to just suck it up, buttercup, and keep it going. You're doing it for the kids, then do what you can. If once you get to a point where you can't take it, it's just best to back off. Because fighting people and hollering and cussing at people and crying and stuff, you're going to lose your mind. If they can't receive you, they just can't receive you. Some people can't receive me. We lost almost a whole channel because somebody lied on me. I'll never get that back. And then they sit over there and laugh, giggle and laugh, and then be, well, hey SP, can you say something about this? And hey SP, such and such is going on. I'd be like, I won't say nothing unless there's an update. Hello. The number one question, why the family not on the news, and for Cody to come home and it's not on the news in North Carolina? Because they don't want the child to be irrelevant or relevant. They don't want him to be. So you're not going to see it. The only time you're going to see them on TV is when they're talking about Corey. It's basically like this. The child is gone. Let it go. Show me some evidence. They done already told you. You got to show me some evidence. I'm not going to believe it. You know what? They already know. C6 Banks. If you're not making an outcry for somebody to bring the child home, or maybe somebody picked up the child, let us know, you're not saying absolutely nothing, then you know. You know. What auntie that you know is just going to sit there and come to court? And they be like, well, they was in the marsh and they come and look. Y'all, please, get out of here. You would see me every day. You would see me every day. Whether I'm working 2, 3, 15 jobs or whatever, you would see me every day. Matter of fact, what time is it? Da, 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 da. I seen this picture in Walmart for a month on the missing wall. Oh, okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to get off of here. It's an hour and 23 minutes. I got to go. I just wanted you guys to understand what I was saying. And Lisa, next time you go to sleep in the live, we're going to stick a carrot in your mouth. The news won't cover you every day. They won't. Yeah, you know what? They won't. You know what? I will do for them to cover me every day. I will make an outcry so bad that the president, I will be begging everybody. I will be crying and hollering and screaming. They will have to lock me up in the crazy house. I would be that woman that's staying at the king gate, and I would be just, no, I'm gonna get an answer. Oh, honey, guess what? I was coming home on 47th Street. Guess what? I whipped up in there. There was like 15, 20 police, sheriffs. They was like with the dogs and the guns and everything. And the car was there. And the car was tinted and everything. And it was like they were standing out with the shield and everything. I got it all on video. But they were standing out there and they was telling the person, get out the car now. And they was like, everybody get back, everybody. It was nothing but sheriffs. And they had the canine there. And the man wouldn't get out or nothing like that. And they was like, get out, screaming and hollering at him and everything. And he wouldn't get out the car. I was like, oh my God, it's finna go down. They had the guns out and everything. Everybody had the guns out. They're right behind Dunkin' Donuts there. The whole parking lot was just full. And it was this white dude. And the one guy that was standing there and he was recording too, He was like, he threw something out the window. He coming down 47th Street doing 100 miles an hour, and they was on his tail.
Must have had some drugs.
Must have had some drugs. Yeah.
Going to get Charlie.
Huh?
Going to get
Did you bring the dog in? When you come back, you gonna bring the dog in?
Probably something.
It's hot out there. Okay, Charlie coming to the house?
Yeah.
All right. So, what is it? Did you forget your sugar? You forget your sugar?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want no sugar, Papa?
No.
Give me some sugar. Oh, look. Sonya Watson, look how she tells the story. You was there, Sonya. You was there when I was telling the story. Miss Didi says she is so excited. I am so excited. I get excited. I got it on. I got it on video too. Y'all gotta go see it. We did it this morning. I was gonna shoot if they would have took their guns out and killed that man, or they would have let their dogs go or something. You guys, we would have had a viral video. Cause they don't play around here. They don't. Oh, yes, Lisa, but I don't have any more chips to bail out. Oh, Miss Didi, only thing you have to do is get your boxes. Get your boxes. Get your boxes when you come in. See, Miss Didi, while we're not on, you go to the other rooms and you get boxes. Only thing you got to do is just stay in the rooms for about. That's what people do. They go in these other rooms and then they stay in there for like 5 minutes and then they get a box. And then they get the second box. Then they go to another room. They get the box and they get another box. And then they go to another room, get the box, get the box. And when they come back, they got like 30, 40 chips. That's what they do. SP, you probably would have passed out. No, if they shot that person, no, I've seen it. I've seen it happen before, Didi. I was telling y'all about when I was in Minnesota at the teacup, and the girl, man, well, the lady that lived next door to us, when I went down there, the lady that lived next door to us, she was dating a married man. When his wife came in there, I was sitting right next to her on the inside of one of those, those big circle booths. She came in and she shot that woman dead in her head. I was screaming and hollering. I was a kid then. I was around about 16, 17 years old. And she just kept on. She emptied the clip in her. She was saying, what? She said something smart, and she just came out of her purse and was like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh my God, let me get up out of here. You know what? I caught the first thing smoking back home. She said, I only follow you and Soup. Okay. All right. You guys, I got to get off here now. This phone is going dead. So I see you guys later. Have a good day. Happy 4th of July, everybody. SP put me... You're going to be in jail again, Lisa.